Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of my Momodora Insane Difficulty No Vitality Fragments run. This episode was a bit annoying to make, because a lot of it was me misremembering the map, but there is a lot. This one took a lot to actually, this one took a lot of attempts to actually put together, and I still am not super proud of the end result, but it's It was a bit of a bitch to do for this part, but I got through it. I'm happy about getting through it. This part right here did kill me quite a bit, because that guy right there that throws the bombs, you can very easily die there if you're not fast enough with getting down the ladder or jumping up. It's very, very, very annoying. These spike balls here also. The reason why I'm playing it safe and not just rolling through them is because you can't. You can't air dash or roll through these. You gotta. This is why I play it super safe here. Well, as safe as I'm still going fast because I've gone through that room so many times. But this first part here, I have mostly down on lock. That jump is a little tricky, but it's not hard or anything, or it's not punishing. But overall, this exiting cinder chambers overall is not that bad. There's a couple annoying parts, and I do have to go the long way to get out of here. I can't just go. I can't just go to the left through the exit. I have to go all the way back to the monastery and then to Park City, where I want to go next. So this episode is long. There's a lot of deaths that I have in this. There's a ton of deaths in this episode, but it's something I get through regardless. And honestly, at this point, I'm probably just gonna be clearing that 100 death total. And then here's where I thought I had to go first. I don't actually have to do this part yet, but I do it now, get it out of the way. Or no. Why? Okay, no, I don't do that. Oh, and here you can see me doing roll jumps. I don't know exactly how to time those, but it's a pretty specific timing where you roll and jump at the same time. I don't think it's... Oh yeah. There is where I don't remember how you unlock that door, but this is where I have to go take the long way. This is also where you'll see the pocket incensory coming in very handy because of the knockback that it provides on all your attacks. And I also do now know why I sometimes get poisoned randomly. It's because of the pearl. If you the pearl, sometimes that poison cloud it leaves behind will affect you as well. It's dumb, personally, but I still find the pearl useful enough, especially at this point in the game where I don't yet have that many items to where I'd replace it with anything. There's a couple things I would replace it with when I get further in, but I gotta get those items first. And this part right here, back in Subterranean Grave, is where I start getting tilted. That bat right there, or whatever it is, annoyed me a lot, as you can see. I think this is when I decide to just go back and do this now, because I die again. Okay. Yeah. I recorded this a couple days ago. It wasn't that long ago, but this part not fun. This segment is by far the longest so far, And while I do quite a bit in it, I honestly don't get that much done. It's a lot of backtracking and trial and error gameplay. It's not the most eventful segment as far as I know, even though I do make a bit of progress. It's not as eventful as like last segment, where I go through half of the other half of Car City and make it to the cinder chambers, but right here is another NPC, Cotillard, or however, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's the witch character with a bunch of cats. Now, she does give you something important that you do need, but I did not actually need to do this now. I decided to get it. I get the monastery key, which is a necessary key item to get one of the fragments. I check here to just double check what it is. It's to get to the upper part of the monastery, where you actually need to go to fight a boss, which I will be doing. That'll be the last of the main four, because I think that's the hardest of the 4 bosses I need to fight, frankly. I don't even think there's a contest. I think it's like by far the hardest one of the 4. Also, I get cursed here, which frankly doesn't matter, because normally it just means you can't use items, you can't heal. But I'm not going to be using items outside of bosses really anyways, so it's not a big deal. So, as I'm backtracking here again, I thought I could at least fill the air with something, especially since there's gonna be a lot of just me dying coming up. I thought I'd at least talk about this series and why I got so, like, obsessed with it. But so I've known about this game for a while. If you know the YouTuber Picasbury, this was actually I think this was one of the first games he did on his gaming channel. And I saw it, I never actually watched him play through it, but I saw it, like the pixel art and the graphics, and I thought, this looks really cool, I might try this one day. And I saw it on Steam. After I finally got Steam, I'm like, yeah, this game looks pretty cool, I might try it one day. And then I got it on sale, and then last year I tried it, and I really, really liked it. I went back and got Momodora 3. Here's another part that yeah. These enemies right here, I hate them. I really hate them. Those, like, stabs, or blades, or whatever you want to call them, come out very fast and go very far. They're annoying as hell. I think I have to remake this backtrack like 2 or 3 times more. I could be wrong though. It's been a couple days since I did this. I probably should like rewatch this before doing the commentary, just so I know what exactly I'm gonna be like, commentating over. But well, it's not a huge deal, frankly. But yeah, I started playing this one last year, and I loved it so much I got the platinum. Well, I got all achievements. There's no platinum on Steam, but I got all Steam achievements, which is one of the few games I've actually done all Steam achievements on. One of the only games where I'd say it's actually a challenge to get all Steam achievements, because you have to beat the game without dying, you have to beat the game without killing any non-boss enemies, and you have to beat the game on the hardest difficulty, which are all like decently challenging on their own, right? But you can just do them on easy for most of them. So okay, this right here is where I decided to take the bell. Yeah. I've never played the first 2 games in this series. I think, if memory serves me right, I'm pretty sure this game started as like a cave story mod, like a game based off of the cave story engine, something like that. I again could be wrong, but that's what I remember. And Momodora 3 is know, for $2, it's not a bad game, but it's very short. It's fun, but I prefer this one and the sequel a lot more. Yeah. And more deaths to this. I'm actually going to pause my recording real quick because I really have to go to the bathroom. So, I should have gone before recording, but what was I thinking there? That had to have been a miss. That was a terrible death. Yeah, I will be right back, frankly. I'm gonna... Yeah. Alright, okay. I'm back now. Done with the piss. So, as I was saying, got into this series because of Nick Asprey playing it, and just seeing the game, wanting to stay spoiler-free on it, and getting it. And I loved it. And then I saw that Moonlight Farewell was coming out this year, back when I was playing this, and I really wanted to get it when it came out. I bought it, I think, at midnight when it launched. If not at midnight, I bought it, like, that, like, morning. But I'm pretty sure I bought it at midnight. I think it's one of the few games on Steam I've actually pre-ordered. And then, I do really like Moonlight Farewell. It's a great game, but I have a couple... It's not perfect. That right there was just a stupid death for me. I should have rolled that, but... I'm pretty sure, like, my thought process was, well, I don't want to roll this because... Well, I was already hard committed to the arrow, and I thought that would have stopped with the knockback, but... If I did roll there, I probably would have rolled into the enemy anyways, and just got fucked. That was just a dumb mistake on my part right there. Yeah, I have quite a few deaths in Subterranean Grove, and there's more deaths to come. But... Moonlight Farewell is a good game, really good game, beautiful game. One of the best looking sprite or pixel art games I've ever played. But I do ultimately prefer this game just a little bit because of it's a bit more open-ended than Moonlight Farewell, whereas Moonlight Farewell has some, like, path differences that you can take. Ultimately, it feels a lot more railroaded. And then, this game's also just a lot more replayable in my opinion. Like, I can pick up this game and play through it in like a sitting and have a lot of fun. Moonlight Farewell, I had a second... I only ever beaten it the one time. And while I have a second playthrough going on, in arranged mode, which is just basically like, the entire game is mirrored. The entire map is mirrored. And then I have tried to beat that on hardcore mode, but it's really hard, honestly. Like, this is difficult, but hardcore mode on Moonlight Farewell is like a whole nother beast, because it's you get one life on the hardest difficulty, and while it's not one shot most things two shot you or three shot you at best, and all it takes is dying once and then you have to redo the entire thing. And then, important item right here, Garden Key. It's going to help me get to the next area that I want to go to. I'm not actually going to be finishing Subterranean Grove in this episode, that's going to be the next episode, but... As I was saying, hardcore mode, I haven't even gotten super far in hardcore mode. The farthest I've gotten is, what was the farthest I've gotten? It was right before I died to the Wild Boar boss, right before the Berry Springs was the farthest I'd gotten. But in my arranged playthrough, I think I got to right before what was the Archdemon's name? The Snake Lady. I don't remember her name, but I got right before her without dying. But I don't think I was playing on the hardest difficulty in arranged mode. I could be wrong, though. I think I did, though. I think I did play it, because I was like, oh, I could practice this for hardcore mode, see how far I can get. And I do want to get hardcore mode done one day, because all I need to do to get all the achievements in that game is hardcore mode and arranged mode. And arranged mode I can beat, I just, like, have put it off because I have other games I want to beat first, instead of, like, replaying Moonlight Farewell while I'm also playing through this. I don't want to overload on Momodora. And, here's Whiteleaf Memorial Park, by the way. Really cool looking area. Beautiful area. But, I don't want to, like, overload myself with a series, and frankly, hardcore mode is fucking hard, and I would not mind trying it one day for this channel, but it's highly unlikely I ever actually do it. It's like, that's like one of those things where if I really feel like doing it, or if I get really good at that game, I would love to try it. But that's not going to be super likely, because I'm just not as good at that game as I am this game. I'm not amazing at this game, by any means, and I'm certainly rusty. Like, I got, like, pretty decent at this game back when I first played it. Right here, I make just a bad choice with the pathing you take. I get myself in a really bad situation right here where I have that, the Bachman, or whatever they're called. I think they're called Bachman, but I got those two guys, and then the bomb throwing dude fucking me up right there. That was just a bad situation that I shouldn't put myself in. But just walk into another bomb, Jesus Christ. Again, you can tell when I get tilted at this game. I almost want to, like, one day redo this playthrough, see if I can do it deathless. Because frankly, I'm dying too much. Seeing it really kills the pacing. So I'm gonna try and play through the rest of this, minimizing deaths. But he's trying to play better. I really should have like a practice file instead of just winging it. But oh well. Oh, that was another cool part where I die, and then I still attack afterwards, which I've never done that before, or I've never seen that before. Which is kind of interesting. And then, back to the subject of hardcore mode and Moonlight Farewell. It's just bad. It's hard. It's, like, this is hard in that you die in one hit, but it's not super punishing. Like, the walks between save points are kind of bad sometimes, but overall, it's something where, okay, yeah, you die in one hit, but you can also mitigate that later on by being able to vitality fragments, and also you get really overpowered in this game really easily. Because beating Adia and beating Lubella gives you Bachman Patch, or Adia's Pearl and Bachman Patch, and the Fairy and the fucking Crystal Tier, or whatever it's called, that you get from the Merchant, that boosts your attack by 50%. It just is a very good combination. You can shred bosses like that. You can just shred bosses. And speaking of bosses and Lubella, we get to refight her this time, except it's harder. And this is where a lot more of my deaths come in, because I am just not playing all that great during this fight. I try and go for quick kills to make the fights go by faster, but I just fuck it up. Like right here, like I get a lot of damage there. Like that one Bachman Patch did half health, and the fairy beams are actually still damaging Lubella. Right there was me misjudging timing, which is why it looked like I just stood there and did nothing. I thought those were slower than they actually were. I didn't remember those coming out as fast as they did. That was me trying to input the fairy code. Then here, I misjudged the Bachman Patch timing. They still damage her underneath, but it's not as... It doesn't do as much damage as it should. And right here, I just kind of fight her normally for a bit. She's still not hard by any means. Right there was just me not paying attention and forgetting how the fight worked. Because this is honestly one of the easier fights in the game, and I should not have died as much as I did here. Like, it's a bit harder. You have pits, and the arena does get smaller. And right there was me misinputting a roll when she was like 2 hits away from death. That would have been a really good quick kill. That was basically perfect. I just fucked it up from a misinput. And right there was just me not seeing the balls that showed up. She has more attacks in this one, like she shoots more light ball of the energy balls. They come out of the ground. I think she has a couple other attacks that she can do, but right here I get her down to like a quarter with the backtrack patch and parry. Which is pretty good overall. It's not as good as the one attempt I had, but yeah, right here you can see she does like 3 rounds of that. And it's not that hard to dodge, frankly. But I'm pretty sure this is the winning attempt. And I haven't been keeping track of deaths lately, or I haven't been keeping track of like this episode. But I might go back over and see how many deaths I have. Right there, Lubella is now dead. We won't be seeing her for the rest of the game. And she takes us out with her. Except not really, because this is just how you get a major item in the game. But yeah, Kaho is a cat now. I don't know the reason for this, and then you get the torn branch there, which I'm not gonna be using. It's not like a good, yeah. A small amount of HP per kill is good, but I'm at 1 HP the entire game. It's not gonna help me. But yeah, you're just Kaho's just a cat now, and I don't know why she's a cat. I don't know if this is like I don't think this is from an earlier game. I don't remember it in 3. I don't think this was in 3 at all. I don't know if it was in like 1 or 2. I know this is supposed to be like chronologically the first game in the timeline for the series, but yeah, she's a cat now. And you get the cat sphere, which allows you to swap back and forth. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode though. And next time I'm gonna be doing subterranean growth and getting other stuff done. So this has been Shackleisha69. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.